Respect. It's the foundation of every relationship. Without it, attraction fades, desire dies, connection collapses. Yet most men today don't know how to earn respect. They chase approval. They beg for attention. They confuse validation with value. But respect isn't given to men who chase. It's given to men who master themselves. In this video, you'll discover the truth. Respect doesn't come from what you say. It doesn't come from what you buy. It doesn't even come from what you demand. Respect comes from what you embody. And if you master this, she will respect you instantly. Stay until the end, because every lesson builds on the last. And by the time you're done here, you'll see yourself differently. Lesson 1. The power of boundaries. Respect begins with boundaries. A man without boundaries is like a city with no walls, open to attack, weak, undefended. Too many men say yes when they should say no. They bend their values for approval. They sacrifice their dignity for attention. But here's the truth. A woman can't respect a man who doesn't respect himself. When you stand by your principles, when you refuse to be treated as less than you deserve, that's when she sees you as a man of worth. Boundaries are not about arrogance, they're about self-respect. And self-respect commands respect from others. Lesson 2. Emotional control. Most men crumble when emotions rise. They explode in anger. They drown in jealousy. They beg in desperation. But a man who controls his emotions is unshakable. He doesn't react. He responds. Women test men constantly, not out of malice, but instinct. They want to know, can he handle pressure? Can he stand firm when the storm comes? When you lose yourself to emotion, you fail that test. But when you remain calm, when you breathe, when you stay steady, that's when respect ignites instantly. Because emotional control is masculine strength. It's the ability to stand tall in chaos. It's the foundation of leadership. Lesson 3. The weight of your word. What is a man worth if his words mean nothing? Promises made but broken. Commitments spoken but forgotten. Excuses piled higher than results. This is the fastest way to lose respect. But the opposite is also true. When you say little but deliver much, when you keep your word even when it costs you, when your yes means yes and your no means no, you become rare. You become trustworthy. You become the man whose presence carries authority without effort. Respect follows men whose words carry weight. So ask yourself, do your words build respect or destroy it? Lesson 4. Strength through purpose. Men without purpose drift, and drifting men are never respected. A woman cannot respect a man who has no mission, because a man without purpose becomes dependent. He clings, he seeks validation to feel the emptiness inside. But when you live for something greater than her, when your eyes are fixed on a goal, a dream, a mission, she feels it. She respects it instantly. Because purpose is direction, and direction is leadership. This doesn't mean neglecting her. It means leading yourself first, building a life that demands discipline, focus, and sacrifice. Respect flows to the man who knows where he's going. Lesson 5. Silent confidence. Confidence isn't loud. It isn't showing off. It isn't bragging about what you've done or what you own. Confidence is silent. It's in your posture. It's in your eyes. It's in your ability to walk into a room without needing attention, but everyone feels your presence. Women respect this instantly, because it's rare, because most men compensate with noise. But the man who is still, the man who is calm, the man who doesn't need to announce himself, that's the man who commands respect without saying a word. Silent confidence is magnetic. Lesson 6. The discipline of self-mastery. Discipline is respect in action, because no man can expect respect from others if he can't master himself. Think about it. The man who can't control his habits, the man who can't keep his body strong, the man who can't wake up when he says he will. How can anyone else respect him? But the disciplined man, the man who trains his body, sharpens his mind, and governs his desires, that man commands respect everywhere he goes. Not because he demands it, but because his life reflects order, and order breeds authority. Women notice discipline instantly. It tells her, this man has control. This man is dependable. This man can lead. Respect flows toward mastery. Master yourself, and others will follow. Lesson 7. The value of independence. Neediness kills respect. Dependence suffocates it. A woman cannot respect a man who depends on her for validation, happiness, or identity, because it shifts the balance of power. But when you are whole without her, when your sense of self is rooted in who you are, not in who she is, she feels that independence, and she respects it. Independence doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean you don't love. It means you don't collapse without her presence. You have your own life, your own dreams, your own mission. And when she sees that you can love her deeply, but also walk away if necessary, respect becomes instant. Because the man who doesn't need is the man who chooses. And choice is power. Lesson 8. The courage to walk away. This is one of the hardest lessons for most men, but it is also the most powerful. If she disrespects you, if she crosses your boundaries, if she treats you with contempt, you must be willing to walk away. Most men stay. They beg. They tolerate. They believe patience will fix disrespect. But all it does is destroy attraction. Walking away is not weakness. It is strength. It's the ultimate boundary. It tells her, my respect for myself is greater than my desire for you. And paradoxically, that's when she respects you most, because she knows you cannot be controlled. She knows you cannot be bought with attention. She knows you are free. A man who can walk away is unbreakable, and unbreakable men are always respected. Lesson 9. The balance of gentleness and strength. A man who is only hard becomes cold. A man who is only soft becomes weak. Respect is earned in the balance. When you are strong enough to protect, but gentle enough to care, you embody the essence of masculinity. A woman does not want a tyrant. She also does not want a coward. She respects the man who can be both the warrior and the poet. Gentleness without strength is weakness. Strength without gentleness is tyranny. But when you carry them both in harmony, she sees depth. She sees dimension. She sees a man worthy of respect.
Lesson 10. Living by Higher Standards. At the end of it all, respect comes down to this: standards. Most men settle for mediocrity. They settle in their work. They settle in their health. They settle in their relationships. But a man who demands more from himself, a man who sets the bar higher, a man who refuses to live like everyone else, that man is respected instantly. Because standards reveal character, and character is the root of respect. It's not about arrogance. It's not about being perfect. It's about refusing to accept less than what you know you're capable of. When you hold yourself to higher standards, when you refuse to compromise your values, when you demand growth, not excuses, respect follows you naturally. Respect isn't given, it's earned. Not through chasing, not through begging, not through forcing, but through living as a man of discipline, a man of purpose, a man of standards. When you master these lessons, she will respect you instantly. Not because you asked for it, but because you have become the kind of man who commands it. Now I'll ask you, which of these lessons do you need to master first? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. And if this message hit you deep, subscribe. Share this video with a brother who needs it, because respect is contagious. And when one man rises, we all rise. Stand tall, live disciplined, and never forget, respect begins with you.